He had one arm, he had the other wrist, he had the head, just too much stuff. We go all the way down to 103 pounds. We're going to look at freshman Russ Souders for the Warriors. Comes in 3-0 against Seth Chisuli for Easton. Boy, he looks like Matt.
Boy, doesn't he wrestles a lot like him, too.
Wrestles exactly like him out there.
And Souders is no slouch. He won the Wilson Invitational.
Souders is a freshman. Chisuli is a sophomore. Souders gets the takedown.
How about that? Nice job for Souders. If he can continue wrestling like that. But, of course, as we all know, the Chisulis are so tough on top. There's a go behind by Souders. So we said Souders undefeated, 3-0 in the Wilson Invitational.
Peterson
now,
roll.
That's tight move. Got one count.
Chisuli is in control here. He's got a 2-point reversal. It is 2-2. And now he's going to get some back points. We saw Peterson turned into a fall earlier tonight. 2 and 3 for Chisuli.
What I really like about him is the way he does these legs and clamp stuff. Here he's going, he's trying to get into it now. Here's his power half. He's trying to work in. He's up a little high.
Got 2 more.
2 more.
He's the kind of guy that drives you nuts.
Oh, he'll check you with this stuff.
Injury time being taken for Souders. Chisuli was looking for a stalling call.
I think he cranked on that shoulder. He is really tough with this thing.
As Souders takes a timeout, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with the finish of the 103-pound bout right after this. Welcome back. Our coverage of Wilson versus Easton High School Wrestling. National class action. I'll go so far as to say there's not a better dual meet in this country tonight than Wilson versus Easton. Souders still on the mat, rubbing that left shoulder. Got the early takedown on Chisuli. Ray, it's going to take me a while to get used to the new rules. These guys look really small after seeing the heavyweights. When they wrestled in order, you know, it was nice.
Right, it's a gradual thing. This is kind of like shock.
Chisuli on top.
Now you'll see him go back to legs, and it's not that he wants to injure the kid, but this is what he does so well on top.
Well, the injury, frankly, was the shoulder, and it wasn't because of the legs being in. He was working him over pretty good up there.
Well, that's what he does. He puts his power half in. Now, you can see that Souders has been coached. See how he's keeping those elbows in? He doesn't want Chisuli to get under there and start cranking that.
Yeah, and he got the warning for stalling for doing it, too. The warning for stalling against Souders as he trails 7-2.
That's about the only way to stop that, and that's a sign of good coaching when, you know, obviously if you get up and expose your arms under there, Seth will turn you.
7-2, Chisuli leads after 1 period. The Red Rovers lead the Warriors 18-12. Souders still rubbing that left shoulder. A little early in the season, Ray, but you got to stamp Chisuli as one of the premier 103-pounders.
Oh, definitely.
Illegal hold. That's a point for Chisuli. I didn't see what it was. So we'll count that as a technical violation. Oh, figure four
on the body.
There it was.
You can scissor, but you can't figure 4 the body. You can figure 4 the head, but you can't.
Chisuli out the back with another reversal. It's now 10-2. John Gaughan calling the shots tonight. Director in the truck. Got another whole crew over at Lafayette College with Lafayette basketball. We're happy to be here in the 25th Street Gymnasium, bringing you high school wrestling. After a long night last night with the Dream Come True Telethon. There is another warning for stalling against Russ Souders, another point for Chisuli. So he's now got a two-point reversals, a 3-point near fall, a 2-point near fall, a technical violation, and a stalling point. He's got 11 points, no takedowns.
And he doesn't really need them the way he wrestles. He is just awesome, like his brother on top.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that's going to choose top.
Your best bet is like Souders did, take him down, and hopefully he can stay away from getting on the bottom.
Yeah, the guy that's going to give him trouble is the guy that can ride. If you could take him down and ride him, Souders would still be in this match if he could have ridden the first period. Souders really staying active under there. It doesn't show a whole lot. He's trying to pick away at the hands. He's trying to move as much as he can without moving his elbows from his sides. There's another warning for stalling. Can't blame Tony Phillips for that one. Another penalty point makes it 12-2.
Right, and people watching this at home probably say, well, why can't he get up? Because Seth Chisuli is on top, and he's constantly jumping from one wrist, throwing a leg in, picking him up, tripping him down.
Second period ends 12-2. Chisuli leads. Russ Souders of Wilson.
I mean, Scott, you have to remember, Seth Chisuli couldn't break in the lineup last year for Easton. And now he stamped himself, in my eyes, as one of the top kids in the state at 103.
Question was posed by Dave Kroll. I'm not sure what it was, but it caused Tony Phillips to walk over to the scorer's table. Now explaining something to Steve Powell. Steve Powell nodded. And now Ray, if I understand the situation, it is entirely remarkable. Tony Phillips warned Souders for the second time for stalling, or the third time for stalling, and awarded 1 point to Chisuli. Dave Kroll pointed out that that should combine with the figure 4, and it should be a 2-point penalty against his wrestler. So instead of 12-2, his wrestler is down 13-2 because it was pointed out by the Wilson head coach.
Is that what happened? It seems to be.
That's exactly what happened.
Well, you know what?
That's remarkable. And now the reversal near fall, as we're discussing that, the reversal near fall ends up in a technical fall for Seth Chisuli in 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
I also think Dave is somewhat concerned for that freshman out there, knowing he's against Chisuli with a bad, arm.